session. Yeah. Hi Sunny. Okay, let's open your Anaconda Navigator. I think we seen our last class, Python basic syntax and Python data types. We seen it, right? Okay, now today I would like to talk about the Python operators. So, which means that we can work with Python to do some kind of operations. For that one, we required some kind of operators. Those things we'll discuss now. Okay. So let's launch the Jupyter Notebook. If you have not installed the Anaconda Navigator in your computer, please try to install the Anaconda Navigator in your computer. Otherwise, you can try to use the Google Colab for execution of Python statements in your system. Okay. So for convenience purpose, I'm using the Anaconda in my local system. So I would like to go to my specific location where I'm holding the programs. So ADS and Krishna, Vamshi. So fine. Now I would like to talk about Python operators, right? Yes or no? Okay, so that's the side heading. 10 and 17 and 20, 22. Okay, so I would like to talk about Python operators. So here the Python operators are. Okay, so what exactly the Python operators are doing? What is operators? First, let's try to understand what is operator. What is operators? Tell me. See, operators means, so the symbols, it can help you to performing some kind of operations on the data, right? To do operations, to do some kind of operation. Guys, can you please mute your systems? Okay. Yeah. So to do some operations on data, for that one we can use this kind of operators, right? See, there are different kind of operators are there. So based on the number of operands in this particular operation. For example, I just want to do, okay, minus of 10. So here minus is the one operator, and which can help you that which is just assigning the sign for that, right? So it's a unary minus. So there, what happened? Guys, please mute your systems. Otherwise, I can simply remove you. Okay. If and only if you have any question, then you can. So unary minus. What is mean that unary minus? So unary minus means, so there you are doing applying the negation sign or minus sign on the data, that we are calling it a unary minus. There you can try to observe here. So here, which is operating on the single input, right? So this is the operator which is operating on the single input. Okay, that we are calling it say unary minus. So unary means single input. So that's a small example for the unary operator. Okay, for example, we can apply the plus operator on the single data. Then that kind of operation or that kind of operator, we are calling it say unary plus. So unary plus, we are assigning the positive sign to the any data, that we are calling it say unary plus. Okay, is it clear or not? Now, now we can try to do some another example, not of 56. So not of 56 in the sense 56 is the single data and not operator is the operator. So here not operator which is operating on the a single input, so that this is also unary operator only, but here the unary operator, and moreover it's operating on the single and which is a logical not. So here also Here also we are having only one single input. Meanwhile, we have the one input and negation symbol. So this kind of operation we are calling it's a unary operations actually. Okay. This is bitwise not. This is bitwise not. See, you just try to observe here minus, plus, not, and negation. Those are the operators. Those are the special symbols which is operating on the data. And here the data is only single data. So when the one single operator which is operating on the single data, then that kind of operator we are calling it same. Then that kind of operator we are calling it same unary operator. Okay. Yes, Prasad. Good morning. So unary. I just got a message so that I okay fine. So here you are operating on the single inputs so that it's a unary operations. Unary operations means the single operator which is operating on the single input, that we are calling it's a unary operations. Okay, so don't try to understand why we are getting the minus 57. I will explain you why we are getting minus 57 here in upcoming sessions. Okay, so here we just try to observe here, if we have only one input and if we have only one operator, then that kind of thing we are calling it say unary operator. Is there any question? Is there any question?
No, sir.
All right, so when we have only single input and single operator, that we are calling it say unary. Kishore, can you call to Suman and say him about, so he was connected, but he was not connected with audio, so that he cannot able to hear our voices. Okay, so you just guide him. Okay, Kishore, you can just call him and just guide him, and how should we come to the Zoom. Okay, so he was just not connected with the mic symbol. Okay,
Okay, sir.
so yeah, so that's a one point actually. My next point is binary operators. What is mean that binary operators? What is mean that binary operator? Tell me. Binary operations. So binary operations. Binary operation means, you know what? Binary operation means when we have a two inputs. For example, you're assigning the data, right? So here this is the equal to operator, and we are assigning the 12 to the value of a. So this is the thing we are calling it same. Okay, binary operation. There we have a two inputs, a and 12 is the inputs. So this kind of operations we are calling it a binary operations, and here this is the assignment operation. So we are assigning some data to another variable. For that one we should have right side data and left side data, right? So this kind of operations we are calling it same binary operations. For example, if you want to do 10 plus 34, here 10 and 34, 10 and 34, here the two inputs, right? Here the plus operation, this is the plus operation which is operating on the two. So this is the addition which is doing actually. So for doing addition we require the two inputs, right? So when we see this kind of operations, when we seen this kind of operations, okay, addition operation. So addition operation means we require the two inputs, right, for performing the addition. So when we have a two inputs, then that kind of operations we are calling it say binary operations. Even we can try for minus operation. For example, 34 minus 23. So 34 and 23 are the inputs, and there are two inputs, and these two inputs we have only one operator. So when the one single operator which is performing on the two inputs, then that kind of operation we are calling it's a binary operation. The example is here subtraction. Okay, subtraction. So subtraction is the example for the binary operation. See, for these two examples, the only one common difference is when unary operations we have only one input. When binary operation we have the two inputs. That's the only difference between the unary and binary operations. Is there any questions? Jai, Ganesh, Vamshi, Sumit?
No,
All
no
right,
question.
no
Yes.
questions. That's great. Now these are just operations. I'm just explaining only different kind of operations or operators here. But you know what? So based upon the operation performance, or the based upon the inputs and the based upon the logic, okay, there are different kind of operators are there. The first one is arithmetic operator. Arithmetic operators. Arithmetic operators, in the sense we can do some kind of mathematical and arithmetic operations, that we are calling it, say, arithmetic operators. There are different kind of arithmetic operations are there. Addition. For performing the addition, we can use the plus, and we have the subtraction. You know what, right? What is mean that subtraction? So one element can be different for the another one, right? That we are calling it as subtraction. For that one, we can use the minus. And multiplication. So multiplication, in the sense when you want to multiply with another, then we can go through the multiplication star, and we have the division. So the division, we have two things again. So one is for remainder, one is for coefficient. To get the coefficient, we can use the slash symbol. If you want the remainder, then we can use the modulus. Remainder, right? For remainder, we can use the modulus. Okay. So let's see these five operators with a small example. For example, I have a data is 57, and I have a B data is, for example, 3. I just do A plus B. So A plus B means what? 57 plus 3, how much? 60, right? A minus B. A minus B, in the sense 57 minus 3, it's a 54, right? And if you do A into B, 57 into 3, how much? 57 into 3. A into B means A into B, 57 into 3. So 21, 171, right? A by B. So this is the coefficient, 57 by 3. Once, and so 27, 27 means 9, right? 19.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so what about remainder? A modulus of B. So if some number, it can be divisible successfully, then remainder could be 0 or not. So remainder could be 0. So that's the reason we are getting the 60, 54, 171 and 19 and 0, right? But here the result is it's not 19, 19.0. So here this is the operation. When you're doing this operation, the resultant is, it's a float number. So it's a float division. Simply we can try to understand float division. Float division, in the sense when you're doing the division, we will get the float number. You will get the float number, but rest of the things we are not getting the float number, right? For example, same thing we can consider. So here I can have the 59. So when I have a 59, we just try to observe here, 59 plus 63, it's a 62, right? And what about this one? It's a 56, right? And what about this one? It's a 17, right? But here what we are getting? You're getting some float number and some extra. I mean, until unless your division, we will try to do it, but it's not divisible perfectly. So that the remainder is so 319, just it's a 57. So that remainder is 2, right? So that we are getting the 2 is the remainder. So here also we are getting the float is the result, and even a number, it can be successfully divisible. There also we are getting the float number only. Okay, FLOT. Yes, that's correct. Okay. So now, so here you just try to observe here, when I'm using the single slash, so you will be getting the float data type as a result. So that we are calling it, say, float division. But we have the FLOAT, float. Okay. So for example, we have the integer division also there. What is the integer division? We have another integer. It's not, instead of integer, we can say that it's a floor division. Okay, floor division in the sense you will be getting the flooring the decimal points. Okay, for example, so here we can use the two slashes a by b, so 19 and 19, but here we are getting the integer, right? Here also we are getting the integer, right? Okay, we just try for the another example. If I'm using the two slashes, so this is the floor division, so here we are getting the integer or not? Okay, so you can say that it's a integer division or else floor division. Integer division or else floor division. So just try to observe my point actually. Just try to observe my point. We have the two kind of integers are there. One is the float and second one is the floor or else integer. So when I have the float division, you will get the float as the result. When I have the floor division, you will get the integer is the result. Okay, when comes to here, and this is also float only, but this is the integer, right? So that's a small difference between the float division and normal division. Any questions regarding about these six operators? Any question regarding about the six operators?
No, sir.
No. We have one more operator is there, that could be exponential. Exponential operator. Exponential operator means, for example, a power of b, b power of 5 or something, whatever it is, a power of b. Okay, a power of b. Then for that kind of operation we can use exponential. For example, a value is the 23, b value for example 5, so which means that a by a power of b, we just use the two stars. When I have two stars, which means 23 power of 5, which means the 23 it can be multiply itself b times. That a it can be multiply itself b times, right? So this is the a power of b is doing. Okay, so if you have any question, just you can try for the 23, you can multiply itself 5 times, you will be getting the same result. Okay, that's the meaning of the exponential is doing. Okay, exponential or power, for that one we can use the two stars is the symbol. So when we have a two stars, which means that one number it can be doing the power of another number, right? So single star is a multiplication, two stars is a power, and single slash is the float division, and two stars is the two slashes is the our floor or integer division. That's the only difference between the this six operators. The six operators are the arithmetic operators. It can help you to performing the arithmetic operations or mathematical operations on the data. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Abba. So let's do a small program for understanding these operators. Okay, write a program. Find the area of square. What is the meaning of area of the square, guys? What is first of all square? Tell me.
Four sides are equal.
So for example, if we have when we have a four sides, okay, these four sides could be equal. So what could be the parameter here? The same parameter could be here, and same parameter could be here, same parameter could be here. For example, this could be the 5 centimeters. Okay, the same could be 5 centimeters in the opposite and adjacent also. Okay, is it clear? So this kind of shape we are calling it say square, and I want to find the area of it. Area means this point, these things we want to find out it. This means this area. This is the thing we are calling it's area. Okay, this entire thing we want to find out it. How should we do these things? For that one, we have a direct formula is there. What is the formula, Kishore? Finding the area of the square.
Side into side, sir.
So it's a side power of 2, right? Simply. So
Yes, sir.
side is my input, right? So for taking the side from the user, then we can use the input function, right? Or else we can take the float is conversion. For example, if you want to convert into the any data type to float data type, we can use the float method. And for taking the input from the user, then we can use the input function and enter the side of the square. And you enter the side of the square, and I want to find the area, right? What is the formula for the area? It's a side power of 2. So you can take the side, and power of 2 in the sense 2 stars, and 2 means it's a 2, just side into side or side power of 2, both are same only. So you just go on to find print the area. If you want to print the area, we can use the print function. And so if you want to print the area value, then you have to use the comma operator and followed by the variable name, and which is printing the area of the square. For example, if I enter the 5, then the area of the square is it's a 25. If I enter the 100, then area of the square is it's a 10,000. So this is the way you can able to find the area of the square. So there you are using the operator is exponential operator or power operator. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Could you take this example, or else could you take the screenshot? I can go ahead actually, because of my session. I mean, this is the free Zoom's thing I'm using. It's just a 40 minutes of time limit for this one. Today evening I would like to go for purchase this one. Okay, so if I purchase, then so continuously 1 hour I can consider the time, but unfortunately it's a free version, so I have only 40 minutes of time. Okay, so can
Okay,
you
sir.
please take you just take the screenshot. Okay, so after one session is done, then what we will do, we can execute in our computers. If you're facing an issue, please let me know. I will try to answer you. Okay, just take the screenshot and try to execute in your computer once session has done. Okay, now now I would like to go for another program. Write a program, find the perimeter of the square. Perimeter means what? Again, square means four sides it could be equal. Four side it could be equal, right? So perimeter means this part, only this line. I want to find the distance of this particular line. You just bring the thread and start point to end point. So the start point and end point could be the same. From start point to stop point, if you are okay, consider this one, the length of this particular single side, or the length of this entire thing, we are calling it say perimeter, right? So here the value is, for example, a, and here the value, for example, a, and here the value, for example, a, and its a value is a. Then what could be the value of it? It's a four sides, right? 4 into a. The perimeter of the square is four sides could be equal, so 4 into a. Same program we just consider, and this time I want to find the perimeter. What is the formula we should use?
4A.
4 into side.
Yeah.
So here my a is side, right? So that 4 into side. Here we are using the, here we go, we are using the multiplication operator. Okay, for example, 24 is my side. Okay, then 24 into 4, it's a 96. So there we are using the multiplication operation. Okay, now we can have the one more program. Write a program, find the perimeter of rectangle. So rectangle means what, guys? Opposite sides could be same, right?
Yes, sir.
Opposite side could be same. So whatever the length we have this side, and opposite side could be the same. and for example this side, whatever the value we have, it same value could be opposite value, right? So let me consider this is the a and this is also a, and if the opposite side, for example this adjacent side is a b, then opposite side is also it's a b. Okay, so I want to find the perimeter, right? So this side and this one as repeated two times, so 2 into a plus b. Is it correct or not? What is the formula for the perimeter of the rectangle? So here we should take the a and b are my two sides, then my perimeter formula is what?
2 into
2 into
length plus width.
2 into a plus b. So here we are using the plus operator as well as minus operator, sorry, multiplication operator. But you know, when we have continuous of arithmetic operators, see this is operation which is consisting the two operators, right? So from this one, which one can do the first? Which one can do the first? This one is doing first because of, so the highest precedency will be parenthesis. So whatever the data we have in parenthesis, that particular operation can be solved, then it can be multiplied with this one. Okay, I can have some example before after explanation of this particular example, I would like to go through the precedence and everything. Okay, so first I can take the two inputs, enter a side, enter b side. Okay, meanwhile I just need to go for take the input of second side, it could be my b. I want to print the perimeter. I want to print the perimeter. For example, here 12 and 34. So 92 is my perimeter of the rectangle, right? So here we are using the parenthesis. Okay, and so directly I would like to go for print it. So what could be the result of it? Okay, the difference I want to show you. If you're not using the parenthesis, then what happens, we'll see. So a into a, sorry, 2 into a plus b. So this one, what could be the result? So here the 92, here the 58, right? What happens here? Can anyone explain this one? See,
Yes, sir.
yes, tell
Is
me.
Just 2 is multiplied only for
yeah,
it.
Yeah, so here,
2 into a plus b.
yes, see here the entire expression, it was splitting into two parts. Okay, so this first it can be evaluated, the result of this one, it can be multiplied to this one. Okay, so that we are getting the 92. So right, yes or no? So here a is 12 and b is 34. 12 plus 34, it's a 48. 48 into 2, it's a 96. Sorry, 46 into 2, it's a 92, right? 46 into 2, it's a 92. And when comes to here, what happens? First a could be 2 could be multiplied with a. So first this is happened, 2 into a. So 2 into a in the sense 12 into 2, it's a 24. 24 plus 34, it's a 58 only. So then this result will be adding to b. So this is happened for this example because of so when we are using this kind of arithmetic operator, so multiplication is having the high priority compared to the plus and minus. When you're comparing with the plus and minus, multiplication is having the high priority. Clear or not? I just need confirmation, guys.
Yes, sir. It's clear.
When you are comparing with multiplication and plus, then multiplication is having the high priority, so that 2 into a can be multiplied first, then the result we are adding to the plus operator. But when the first example, parenthesis is there, so when you are comparing the parenthesis itself, it's one expression. When you are comparing with the parenthesis, yes, Badmash rule, that kind of operation we are calling it, say Badmash rule, right? Yes, of course, Ganesh is right actually. Okay, so that operation, that kind of procedure, we are calling it's a Badmash rule. Okay, so you just have some kind of mathematical knowledge and what exactly Badmash rule in the sense. First will be no parentheses and multiplication, addition, subtraction. Okay, this kind of thing we have it. Okay, that operator precedency concept, that we are calling it, say operators precedency concepts. Okay, Yes, so for understanding this one, so you can Google it and we'll get a lot of resources for that one. We can try it. So I don't want to teach you in a basic mathematics, guys, that you should do it actually. Okay. Operators precedency. Precedency Python. You just Google it and there you know. So plus x minus x negation of x, that means so unary plus unary minus and bitwise not. So first, which is having the this plus unary values, unary operator having the highest precedency. Okay, and then the next one is multiplication and division, floor division and modulus. This is the second level. Multiplication, division, floor division and modulus is having the second precedency, and plus and minus having the third level actually. So the highest precedency is unary and second level is multiplication, division, floor division, modulus, but third precedency will be addition and subtraction, and next one is bitwise shift operators. We have it. Okay, so you just go on and try to understand it, what exactly the precedence, and try for your own okay examples on different resources. Okay, any questions?
No, sir.
Yep. Now, for example, if you want to assign some data to the variable, then we can use the assignment operation. For assignment operation, we can use the equal to operator. So for example, we have a data. The data, if you want assigning to any variable, then we can use the assignment operator. So when we are assigning the some constant to variable, that kind of operation we are calling it say constant to variable. For example, b equal to a. So here the a is also variable and b is also variable, both sides variables only. Then this kind of operation we're calling it say variable to variable, which means what data we have in variable a, that same data we are assigning to the b variable also. Okay, for example, a plus b. So a plus b, and that result we are assigning to the c. So here the a plus b is an expression. First the expression can be evaluated, the result of that particular expression we are assigning to the another variable. So this kind of operation we are calling it say expression to variable. Okay, expression to variable. So here a is 120 and b is also 120 and c is the 240. Right, but you know, here one thing you should try to observe here, compound assignment. So that's a basic assignment actually. Compound assignment means so combination of the two operators. So which means, for example, a value is the 23. I want to do the addition of or multiplication of any two elements, and I want to update the same value to the a. Okay, so a plus equal to b. So I just want to combining the plus operator and assignment operator. So what is exactly the meaning of a plus b? Which means a equal to a plus b. So first it is performing the a plus b. So 23 plus 56, it's a 79. The 79 we are updating to the a value. So that is the meaning of a plus equal to b, which means equal to a plus b only. So that before operation 23 and after operation of a is 79. Right or not? This thing we can try for the minus, and same thing we can try for the multiplication. So this a equal to a minus b, and multiplication in the sense a equal to a into b. So we are getting output is 1288, and we can try for the normal division operation a by b. So for example, a value is some number, so we are getting the some value. This is the a value is 2398. When your division with the 56, then this is the coefficient. Okay, and the remainder also we can update. So this is the way we can combining the arithmetic operators along with assignment operator. Okay, so here the 13 could be the remainder. The 13 remainder we are assigning to the again a variable only. Clear? So that's for guys. It's 40 minutes of session has done. Unfortunately, we have only 40 minutes of time limit for this particular link, and most probably today evening I would like to go for purchase the Zoom account, so we don't have any issue in a middle of the session drop down. Okay, So I would like to upload this recording into our recordings playlist, and please share your mail IDs through my WhatsApp number. Okay. Thank you guys. Bye. Take care. Sorry guys, I was a little close early, and I think so I was a little speed today class because of the time issue. Okay. Sorry guys. Bye. Take care.
No
Bye.
Yeah,
problem.
Ganesh. So for that one, you have to share your number to your consultant team so that they will So you share your mail ID to your consultant team. They will share us actually. Okay.